Alright, so in this video, I'm hoping to show you how we get the equation for a circle. Alright, the standard form for the equation of a circle. What I'm going to start with is the old distance formula. Hopefully you've played around with this in geometry a little bit. But to apply the distance formula, you just subtract the x values for 2 points, square it. You do the same thing for the y values, square it, and then you add them, and then finally you take the square root. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this distance formula to ask what is the distance from the point HK, right, some general point, and XY. All right. I want to know how far apart those 2 points are. So I'm just going to substitute H in for X1, K is the Y value. I'll put that in for Y1. And then I'll substitute an X for X squared and such. All right, the distance is going to be the square root of X minus H all squared, and then plus. And then I'll do the same for the Y and the K. It'll be Y minus K all squared. Okay. So this is the distance from HK to XY. Now, what this represents, it's the set of all points that have the distance D from HK. Right? It's the set of all points from HK that have a distance of D. Right? They all have a common distance. So if I'm thinking like in terms of coordinate geometry here, if I've got some point out here in space, we'll just call it HK. I'm wanting to know, I'm wanting the distance from this point to be D. Right? So I'll say this is my distance right here that I'm interested in. And then there's some point out there in space, call it XY, that has this distance from HK. But I'm wanting all the points that have this distance from HK. So that's one of the points. There's another point out here, say right about here. I don't know its values, but maybe we'll just call it A, comma B. But it also has that same distance, and so does this point over here. Right? Its distance from HK is the same. But whenever you have a common distance from some fixed point, geometrically what that's going to do is it's going to create a circle. Right? A circle is all the points whose distance from some common point is the same. Right? Now, instead of calling this distance D, I'll just call it R instead. Right. And this kind of is the equation for a circle. Right? It's the set of all points whose distance from HK is R. Usually what we'll do is we'll square both sides of this equation, and we'll get R squared is equal to X minus H squared plus Y minus K squared. Right? And this is the standard form for the equation of a circle. All right, the center is HK, and the radius is R. All right. So that's where the equation of a circle comes from right there. It just comes straight on from the old distance formula. Okay.